I know you listened to the Rebecca Rittenhouse episode, and when she talked about memorizing by rote, remember? I don't know.
Yeah, she did use that term.
I need to learn how to do that, I think, because when I memorize it with inflection and all that, and all my thoughts and everything, and I'm like...
Well, I think it depends on how you memorize.
Sure.
Because there's different ways of memorizing, and I think for her, because I listened to that, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I think that's something that really works for certain people. I think that my way of memorizing is what's happening in the scene. And
my story. Yeah.
And like knowing that, like, because it's a dominoes system, right? So if I say this, you're going to say this back. So I'm basically looking at what do I need to say to get you to say what you're going to say back to me. So versus memorizing all of my lines and like making them really black and white in my mind, I'm actually more so looking at what you're doing and memorizing that so that I then know where I'm supposed to take this.
My acting teacher would love you.
Oh, that's great. Guess I don't need to take that class. No, just kidding.
That was a great mime of a cigarette smoke.
Thank you so much.
The at-home audience didn't get that. That's hilarious.
I like to use this gesture when I'm feeling like a crusty old actor.
A debutante?
A jaded actor who's like, I've been doing this for too long.
I think that is my problem, is like when I'm running lines by myself, I'm putting thoughts and intentions and reflections, and I'm assuming what's going to be happening. And
well, it's basically you're drawing half of a picture.
Yeah.
Like I think that, well, I'll tell you something. Here we go. This is just the confession. I truly hate auditioning with a burning passion.
Oh, everybody does.
I think so.
Yeah.
I assume so. There are some weirdos out there that I've met who are like, I love auditioning. It is so great. I crush it. And I'm like, are you for real? Because when I go in...
Are they rich?
I don't know. I don't...
Do they have the luxury of enjoying auditions?
I'm like, well... Because I think that auditioning as a skill set and like being a good actor are two very different things, and they don't coordinate. And so when I go into an audition room and I'm being like, I truly cannot honestly figure out what a scene is until I have another actor there with me who's willing to dig into it, which is why like I love self-tapes, because I have some really amazingly talented friends that I love to work through material with. And then, you know, even if you do get the luxury of like doing that with somebody and then you have to go into a room, you might be with a casting associate who's like, I don't know why you did that. And you're like, you're imagining, I mean, you have to do that on set, of course, but I find it to be sort of like trying to run with no kneecaps.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's really difficult.
No, totally.
You know,
if you have a bad reader, it's awful. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. I really just hate it. I really hate auditioning.
I think everybody does.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. That's good to know. It makes me feel better.
I think maybe some people like it if they have the luxury of not having to worry about it as much.
Maybe.
But I think a lot of us don't get enough auditions where we can't not kind of worry about them.
Yeah, I also think that if you are good at auditioning, it kind of means you're self-centered.
Really?
Well, yeah, because if you are able to execute one half of a scene seamlessly, I mean, that's I don't know how you do that.
Sure.
Because if you're not in the scene with another person, like there's no scene.
Right.
Right?
Well, unless it's a monologue or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a different story. If there's a monologue, sign me up. I'll do that audition all day. Like, no problem. But when there's really just...
You become everything you hate.
I know. I'm amazing.
I do enjoy some commercial auditions, but it's definitely not back and forth, and it's different.
That's different. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm coming from a place of the stuff that mostly I go in for, which is mostly drama.
Yeah.
Sometimes comedy, but mostly drama. And it's like, it's super crazy to execute half of a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I've had a number of casting directors on lately for the aforementioned rant where I'm trying to back end my way into this thing. And a lot of the younger ones are like, really want to team up with actors and they want to be on the same page and they don't want to give them shitty readers. They want to be able to help them succeed because that helps them succeed.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to change.
That's
with
good.
Us.
We're going to be the movement. I feel like any casting director who, because I love casting directors. I feel like they on the whole are out to like help. They want to find the person.
Yeah.
You know, they want that.
Yeah.
That's their passion, is to like people together and like make a beautiful thing happen. And so in order to facilitate that, it's in their best interest to like have a really nice reader so that you can get the best out of the people that
Absolutely.
you're bringing in. You know?
Absolutely. And
know.
not a stressed out room
Yeah,
where
right.
nothing's good.
Where nothing good is happening, and
Yeah.
then they have to trash the entire day because nobody could come in and really connect, you know?